Well, fuck it.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What's up, y'all? My name is Ali, and I'm one of the founders of the G.O.A.T Society. When I was really young, I made a commitment to myself to be the greatest version of myself, inspire others to do the same. So the mission has not changed. We're just doing it through this vehicle called NFTs in this new emerging world that we call the blockchain.
My name is Sean, and I am the creator of G.O.A.T Society NFT and the co-founder of Principles Creative.
We understand that it only takes one, and it only takes one thing to help you take this thing to where it needs to go and take this shit far past the moon.
You know, telling a story of how Ali and I met. A lot of people think that we've been friends forever, our whole lives, but it's been about almost 4 years now.
We had met up a couple times, lunches, dinners, things like that, and we just clicked, man. Everything, the vibe was just, it just felt very natural. It felt like it was kind of just meant to be. After us, like, kind of get to know each other, he hits me up like a week later, and he's like, yo, my car got broken into, and they took my laptop, 2 hard drives, all my clients, everything that I have is gone. And I was like, all right, bro, it's like 2 in the morning. I'm like, yo, come to the crib, let's talk about it, bro. You know, I'm sure you're going through it. So I just remember walking outside the house and him pulling up with his head down, looking upset, and I'm out here smiling and shit. He looking at me like, he probably think I'm the one who robbed him, bro, the way I was smiling, you know what I'm saying? So I'm over here like, he's like, what's up, like, why you look so happy? And I was just like, welcome, my brother. I was like, he's smiling and shit, and he's just like, what you mean? And I was like, welcome to the bottom, bro. You made it, and there's only one way to go from here. I was like, you want to go together? And the rest is history, man, and that's pretty much how we got this thing jumping.
So when Sean and I connected, we were actually at the lowest point of our careers, individually, but together at the same time. So we'll get into that story later, but when we connected, we made this pact to ourselves that we were gonna do good business, create impact, create income, and do it together.
So we just do our best, right? We just do our best and try to be the GOATs. I was like, what can we do together? You know, like, you know, I know you're in a certain space in your life, and I know it's not easy to feel like everything you work for is gone, or that you were played in a sense. And I feel that, and I want to see how we could possibly build something.
The mission to help people be the best version of themselves, create impact in their mind, their body, and their business. We wanted to utilize marketing and tech and social media to create brands and looks and feels and voices and tones of these different companies, and help them be able to express themselves through graphic design and art. NFTs was the perfect transition because we combine elements of course, art and creative direction, marketing materials, social media management. So we're facilitating teams, we're marketing, creating content, we're pushing this art that we love so much, and we just had a mission behind it. So pretty much every element, principles, create your frequency, graphic design, tech, marketing, all mashed into one thing, and NFTs was the perfect vehicle to pursue our mission and share that mission with the world. And we came up with this concept called the G.O.A.T Society, to be the greatest version of yourself in every sense of the word, right? Everyone can create generational wealth, and everyone has an even playing field, even for the creator side. Anyone can go create a project. Now, the extent of the project and how well the project does depends on your principles and morals and your goals, but it's all around the community you build.
You start to see these collections kind of taking off, right? All these different things, and Ali and I came together, and we were like, you know, we're capable of doing something like this. And Ali was kind of like, okay, but how do we do this in a way where we can impact people and still live by our principles and kind of push this code, this narrative? So we tried to create something that, you know, we can obviously push the narrative of being great and being the best version of yourself, and also allow people to have that true collectible, that true memorabilia, something that they can relate to when they look at it as someone who's noticeable and inspired by people who are near and dear to their hearts. And that's how the G.O.A.T Society was born.
This industry is so fresh, there's no rules. Quickly, within like 2 months, we put together a team, put together a community, had a marketing budget, invested, self-funded everything. A few outside pieces of help, you know, marketers and collaborators and stuff like that. People wanted in on the project. Had a few partners, executed on the vision, which the mission, as I said, hasn't changed. That was from the first time hearing about it, a few months later, doing our own project, and then few weeks later, selling out.
A record sellout, right? 10,000 pieces in under 4 minutes.
I heard about the G.O.A.T Society on Instagram. I was just searching one day and then it really caught my attention. It was like, yo, what's this? I see all these NFT projects and these look like celebrities. Like, who doesn't want that? It's tough.
One thing the GOATs have taught me is to be a better version of myself, really create, change in the world and make not only myself better, but make the world a better place. Being a good person, really getting everybody to, become a better person themselves is something, the GOAT mentality and really becoming the best version of yourself.
My message to the herd is to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Nobody likes being uncomfortable, especially when there's risk involved and sometimes when there's money involved. But having that comfortability with that feeling is honestly what's gonna make you grow and again, inspire and relight that greatness inside of you. Because we all fail sometimes, and the only way to really learn is to have these little failures. And it's just about getting back on your feet.
A lot of our community members, especially the ones that have been riding with us since day one, they understand that. And the goal is to do just that. I understand that this digital art space, NFT space, as far as art goes, is not gonna be forever, right? This is only the strong will survive. And that's why, for us, one of the big things is not just touching into the Web3 space as far as the utilities, which we'll get into, but also touching into Web 2 and making that true go-to impact, that tangible impact in the Web 2 in the real world, as far as us going out and speaking at these foundations for these young kids to learn about NFTs in the digital space. I know we have a talk coming up. We're going to speak to young kids that just got out of juvenile jail to go teach them, not teach them, but teach them about NFTs, motivate them and try to help them become the best versions of themselves, and do that for so many people and all these IRLs and things that we're trying to do, and just make GOAT type impact, man. Just stay true to the word, stay true to the brand, and be just that. And that's what this shit is really about, right? And then obviously tapping into the Web3 space and dominating in that space too is key. But I think one of the biggest things is taking that greatest of all time, being the best version of yourself, creating your frequency, this whole narrative, and keep running with this shit and push it to the day we die.
One of the questions is, why didn't y'all Doxx from the beginning? Well, one, we had other ventures before we went all in on GOATs. We wanted to protect our, employees, our team members, our partners, and all that. Our strategic partners, family members, all that. And, it's crazy that we sold out and we built this community without anyone knowing who we are. It's, BlockChainBuddha and For Fun, and a few others, in the community that everyone's kind of, depending on. And now that we're able to show face and be ourselves and share the mission that, again, hasn't changed, it's way easier. And that's why those people that Sean mentioned that, that stuck with us is because they got to know us. For anyone who doesn't know what GOAT Society is, we want to become a household name by executing on the utilities that, that the community wants. And we have so many utilities coming. There's 2 metaverses. There's 2 video games, all play to earn. We built a whole play to earn ecosystem, and we plan to execute and utilizing the community's help and connecting with these right advisors and board members and even investors, people that are movers and shakers in this world.
We have the ability to be a household name. We have the ability to represent everyone, because everybody has, GOATness qualities within them. And the whole thing here is, like he said, value, execution, and education. I mentioned before, as far as I always talk about how when you talk about the GOATs, we wanted to do this as far as the art side of it, to be a true collectible and true memorabilia for people, because it's inspired by those who are near and dear to people's hearts and are recognizable. There's so many amazing individuals that have already bought into the project. Masterpiece, Grant Cardone's, shout out Terrence Mann, LA Clippers, shout out Landon Collins, shout out Johnny Dang. I mean, all these different individuals who believe in what we got going on and understand that, there's something special here and that we're trying to do something good, and I think that's just the biggest thing, is to use the platform of NFTs and this space and to build this community and help, rise everyone up to become GOATed.
Message to the herd, to the community. First and foremost, we thank you for being on this journey with us, for riding this shit out with us. We'll do everything in our power to make sure that this journey for you with us is very fruitful. Remember, the day you plant the seed is not the day you eat the fruit. And we're gonna eat. We goated, baby. Let's go.